Hello. I'm not sure if I'm live or not. I'm just trying to check because my computer's doing weird things. I appear to be live. Hello, say hello if you're out there, and then I'll know if I'm live or not. I think my computer's taking a very long time to. Oh, great. New. That's why, because YouTube has made changes again. Heaven forbid. Barely got the first thing figured out. Please don't change anything. Hello, everyone. It is Tracey here, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, the paper pusher, and raring to get at it today, actually. I have so much stuff ready, as you can see on my desk. Just gotta get all my things in the right order. And they seem closer. Oh, you can see over here. Because I have just all sorts of things. So I did my newsletter on Monday instead of Tuesday because there was just so much stuff was going to happen on Tuesday. I wanted to give everybody all the heads up. So I'm going to show you things so you can like that. But all the business stuff, I can tell you there's bonus days. The new catalog started. New online exclusive started. There's 3 new kits. There's a new January product of the month, which is a stamp set, which looks fantastic and is one of those stamp sets you want to have, like just to have in your stash forever. All that information is in my newsletter. I'm going to make a note to put my newsletter link just in case. I don't think I've done that in a while, just in case somebody just wants to go to the newsletter and see all that. I'm more just going to show you new stuff and cards and event things. And then we're going to do the kickoff to the 25 days to an organized craft room, and I'll explain that when we get there. And then should there be time left, I'm going to show you the December paper pumpkin, which I was going to. Something is very weird on my phone right now. Yeah, if you're out there, say hi and tell me where you're from and what are you doing. Let's have a little chat. But yeah, for some reason, everything around my thing is blank, and I don't know, it's weird. Weird. I forgot to check if there was refills. Oh, that's right, because I went to check and I got an error message. Okay, never mind. All right, let's switch the views here. Oh, I am on the right view. Sorry, I thought I was on the other view. Oops. Okay, so last night was the first night of like putting the projects together for ACEs. I still have 1 kit left. I made an extra kit because I was thinking I was going to have that many, and I'm happy that I sold all but 1 of them. But I really want to sell this last one. So this is, if you want this kit, this is $60, and it has all the stuff for 12 projects plus a couple of extra things in here, plus what I think is like the world's cutest little mini advent calendar. So $60 gets you all of these pieces, which I will either mail to you. If I need to mail them to you, it's an extra $20 because I can put it in the express package thingy. It costs like $18.99 or something like that. So we're just going with 20. Somebody said they changed sizes, so I hope everything still fits if I have to do that again. It gets you the PDF, which is this one, which is like a long. There's a lot. There's some extra stuff in there. But then I'm already on my 3rd bonus one. So I made a bonus PDF of the mini advent calendar. That's the other ones. We have a masking guide, and then we just have like a little DSP cheat sheet. So you get all of those things. There's more to come. There's other, like you'll see some other little things as we go. Just a minute, I got to move this out from underneath my box. There we go. So just to give you an idea, because we did start last night. So now I can show you some of the projects. You also get access to the Facebook group. So that's where like pictures and extra things are going to get posted, where people can share their other ideas and stuff. And all these extras, and I like to make alternatives and stuff. So, but I'm going to show you the first 3 projects. Like I said, we're doing 12. So this is project number 1 is the box. And yes, you get the bottom piece, the top piece, and all the stuff to make, all the note cards. Just drop them everywhere. These are Stampin' Up's design. I will say that some of them are mine, some of them are Stampin' Up. So these are the Stampin' Up ones that they had designed when they were doing their reveals. These are done with products from the mini advent calendar, which another thing I was going to check to see if they were still there. At last I know they were, because they're not really Christmas themed. Like the stuff in them is not Christmas stuff. So these adorable little dies and the stamps that are in there, fantastic. So that is project number one. I'm not going to fight with that. And then this is how I roll. So then I made some alternatives, like just if you want to see what's like not colors from the kit, like some slightly different ones. If you don't want to do white heat embossing, here's a way you can do it without the heat embossing. And then I made it with some other products. These were products from inside the, well, they started out being inside the thing. This one I just borrowed from a different stamp set. But then when we got these adorable little ladybugs, I had to add them on. And then same card, just using different thing. I'm undecided on this one. Something's wrong with this card. I just can't figure out what. And then there's a full-size card. You need to go full-size if you want to get all four of the, rainbows on there. But anyways, so that was project one and some alternatives. And then I'll get these out this way. I can go faster. Just gonna tip these on their side. There we go. So this is project two, which was also a Stampin' Up design. They like the heat embossing, so that's got heat embossing. So this was a version I made. Oops, I dropped one card on the floor without heat embossing. And so I did a video last night, like when we do the Zoom to get together, and then I post the recording. So you can, once you join the group, you can watch that. And it tells you about all the different color things I did and tries and challenges. There's a blue one. This is my favorite. I just like the design a little better. So those ones were my alternatives for that one. That was project number two. So the first one, though, this is the stuff you have all the pieces in there to make. You have to use your own heat embossing, and you use your like bits from your calendar, but there you go. And then Stampin' Up's project for number three was a 8.5 by 11 scrapbook page. But they did do this little mini little shaker card. So we have little embellishments in one, and then there's butterflies in the other one. So I turned it into this square card because I happen to have a stash of these square envelopes. So that was my version of, so it's sort of, their idea was shaker card. This is a full size, like standard size card, not shaker card, but just made with the same kind of products and sort of quilting theme. And then there's just a second version of the same one. And this one, I didn't like that they didn't cover the adhesive strip. And so I made one with little frames to cover the adhesive strip. So that's what we've done so far. So it's a fun little group, lots of cards to make. We're only on project number three, and there's already that many cards and samples. So you'll have all sorts of stuff by the time we're done. So like I said, one more of these. The PDF, you can get just the PDF if you want, which gives you access to the group. That's $25. And yeah, you get in the group, so you'll see all the videos. You get the PDF, you just use your own supplies for it. But like my PDF says, here's what was in your kit, like a piece this big, a piece this big, a piece this big. So you can take your own stuff and cut a piece this big, a piece this big, right? So you can do it from scratch if you need to. Okay, events. Craft and chat. So this is on the 29th. I'm trying to do the last Thursday of each month. We did the one in November, and then we didn't do December because it was right in the middle of holidays. Plus, I had something on the 30th already, and it was like, this is 2 nights in a row. So this is just to get together, hang out, like via Zoom, work on your projects at the comfort of your own desk. And while you're doing that, we're just chatting and, and if you need advice or, hey, what about this? Or do you think this works? Or I don't know, right? So I did decide, though, that we're also going to do it where if you wanted to do a card together, you transfer $5, I'll mail you the pieces. Now, I'm still working on this month's card because this is a new set that I got in, I think this was from the November online exclusives. So it's called Friendly Foliage. And I just, oops, I was kind of in the way, adore this set. And so I had this in my mind that we were making this card, but it wasn't until I actually started playing with it. So I got pieces half out. So this is what I like to do, right? Look at all the different things you can do with that set, all the different ways you can cut, right? So I had this idea in my head about making this card, but it wasn't until I started making said card that I realized you need the stamped images and I'm not allowed to sell stamped images. So I'm still working on figuring that out, but it will likely be this set. I just have to figure it out. I might just gift you one sheet of paper with a stamp on it, and the rest of the package is, you know, all the pieces you need to make a card. I don't know. I'm working on it. But yeah, it'll be something like that. So then you have the thing, you put it together, and then you just go about your business working on your stuff. So let me know if you are interested in that. I will email you the Zoom link. Oh yeah, this was the new catalog, and you can open it now because it's after the start date. And then there's a list of online exclusives. There's some cool stuff in here. You'll see some of the new stuff in my samples that I'm about to show you. So the plan for the 6th of February, I said Tracey's Crafty Garage. It might be Tracey's Crafty Dining Room Table, but my son is taking his dog somewhere else, and we get 3 hours to craft in my house because I want to do it this way. I have to keep like cancel classes or charging more for classes if I have to rent a facility to do it. And this house is perfect for this. When I bought it, I made sure it was perfect for stuff. I just didn't realize I was going to get a dog who wasn't going to let anybody in the door, or that my son was going to get a dog. So, but it's also just kind of the nature of how I want to do this. So, what we're doing it kind of old school. I have a bunch of stuff out. I've got a bunch of new sets. I don't plan on doing any classes in March. I'm going to be gone on holidays in March. I will do some on April. As soon as May and June get here, it gets really busy, and people tend to not come to class. And then June, I'm planning my retired product sale again. And then July and August off for the summer. So February, the idea behind February is to do any cards you need for February, March, April. And then in April, get together and do any cards you might need for like April, May, June. So Mother's Day, Father's Day, wedding, anniversary, or not that anybody's anniversary is there, grad, teacher, like any of that kind of stuff. So it's more of, I'm going to have a bunch of samples. You come and make a certain amount of cards, and you do it. Now, in this case, I forgot to get the thing out. I'm doing this one slightly different because there's this new stamp set. Pretty sure it was also in the November stuff called Reason to Celebrate. And this stamp set is awesome. So everybody is getting this stamp set as part of the class, because that way everybody's got their own set and we're not all trying to use the same one stamp. Because that, but it's more so because this stamp set is worth having. Like, I love this. I started using it, and look how much stuff it covers. Plus all these like little things that you can't read as much. Another Wonderful Year, Better Together, Love You, What a Party. It's a fantastic stamp set. I have a bunch of different sets of DSP, and everything will be out so you can see it. Oh, look, I got a stack of envelopes. That's helpful. Okay. So for example, here's some Valentine's cards. So these are the awesome Valentine paper from the Valentine suite, and the little Valentine embellishments and stuff. So yes, 3 of the cards do say Valentine's because I actually needed them, and I'll tell you why in a second. I wanted a bunch of Valentine's cards, but I also did one that said Happy Anniversary. You could do one that said Happy Birthday, like you give or birthday cards to people you love. You could get ones that just say love you on your special day, congratulations if it's for a wedding. I love these colors, and they're more fun and lively, but there's like so many different things you can use these for. But you can also, like, I'll have it out there that you could pick any one of the patterns of paper we have, and I'll tell you how to cut them to make like this. So this is a good way to make a bunch of quick cards where the paper does all the work. Right, so these just happen to be Valentine themed, because honestly, there's a limit to how many of everything I need. So that's Valentine, and then I did have a birthday one. See, I thought there were 6 in that set. So this one says Happy Anniversary. This one says Happy Birthday. They're just different colored backings. So yeah, to make this, I did this before Christmas. This is one of my favorite. It's kind of a 2-sheet wonder, but you take 2 pieces of 6x6 paper and you make 6 cards, and they're just, I love the layouts. So then I have this cute set called, I forgot what it's called. Woolly something. Woolly Friends. And it has this adorable sheep in it. And so this was just like a little welcome cutie card. You could make the background a different color if you wanted to. Oh, my cards are all mixed up. So if you need baby cards, Easter cards, spring cards, anything like that for birthdays, this is a different one. I just dropped one of my chicks. I don't know where it went on my floor. Yeah, you'll see that why. I like to have options for cards for people who have like twins or triplets or anything. So this is from the Easter set. I love these bunnies. Love these bunnies. So this is the same thing, right? This is the same strips of paper, Only in this case, since this card happens to be right there, see, I changed the colors, used some different paper, added some bunnies. Now I got a congratulations card for somebody who just had twins. And if I hadn't dropped it on the floor, I had 3 little chicks too. So you could have if like triplets, you put as many, if somebody has 5, you put, you could fit a 3rd bunny on here too. Like there's, different things you could do. Or you could put these sweet little lambs on them. But anyways, they make great baby cards, birthday cards, I don't know, whatever. I am in love with this card. This is strips of paper. There's a set of sheets that have like just squares in them. And I just cut some of the squares into strips and then use some of the stamps. And there's this stamp set that I absolutely love. But oh my goodness, I made this card and I stared at it for such a long time afterwards thinking, those are not my colors, but oh my God, do I love it. We have the greatest embellishments this time. Same thing. These are these puffy sticker embellishments. Love how this card turned out. So we have those. So it's all these things you get to use and just pick and choose. This is the Easter basket and the Easter set. So you could write this that says Happy Easter, but you could also make it a new baby card. And again, you could change the colors as you want. So this one is another idea with just, this is a layout. Oh, I got half the cards go in one direction, half cards go in another direction. That's not the brown bunny. So this one, same thing, right? Cute little birthday card, just got a bunny on it hanging out. It could also say Happy Easter. It could say congratulations, although the congratulations is a little long. So if you were going to make it, you wanted it to say congratulations, I would just make it go like this, right? And the bunny, so you could shift it. And the congratulations could be on anything. There's grad stuff and who knows what. And then here's just a pink version of the same thing. Happy birthday, happy Easter. The embellishment here, I'll show you the embellishments because they're adorable. So these are like just samples, right? You're going to come in, you're going to choose to make 6 cards or 12 cards. You're going to stock up on whatever you need. If you don't need birthday, Easter, anniversary, like any of the traditional things, or sorry, Valentine's, Easter, or like that, just make them into birthday cards or love you cards or hey, special day, whatever. Lots of fun to be had. Okay, so these are some of the embellishments. Like I said, ladybugs, these little dudes. So we have the pink and the yellow and the blue ones. The pink ones are little gingham eggs. They are adorable. And then these are the, I don't forget what they're called, softest spring puffy stickers. And there's 2 sheets of them in here. I think one of my sheets is underneath that pile that I just pulled them from. And this is what I made that card with. And oh, you guys, the embellishments alone are worth it. So you'll have access to all the papers, all the embellishments, all the stamp sets. You'll have your own stamp set for the sentiments. And we'll just make cards. And we're here. I got coffee, tea, whatever. Okay. Gotta get moving. Okay. So the paper pumpkin, I put that in the newsletter too. I totally forgot what it's called. The January one is kind of postage themed. So this is the new set of dies. There we go. The January one is postage themed. The February one is kind of Easter themed. Matches the Easter set because I just watched it. And the March one, I don't know, but I forgot now. But this is, it says it in there. These are, so this is the new set of dies that comes out. They went from, they used to be $16.50. They're $18 now. So I don't actually know, because I just thought of it now, what that is with shipping and tax. But these are easy to mail. So if you want me to order you a set and pop them in the mail, I can do that. I can put them on the next group order and just drop them off, pick them up, whatever. So, but this is the next set for the January, February, March. So I like to play with them when I first get dies, right? So this is all of the dies together. Which made me think one of the things that is like old school to do is making like a like wall art with like, it looks like a stamp collection where you have these like all these little postage things where you can go different directions. So I think I'm going to work that out because I love like just this little, it's like a little vignette of something. I can hold it closer. And then, so now I could pop that on a card quite easily, but I don't know, I think it'd be fun to make like a little wall art thing where each month, anyways, I have ideas. So this is 3.5, because I forgot, I wrote it in the newsletter and then I forgot, by 2 1/4 this postage stamp. So it's not the same size as any of the ones in the existing one we have. The biggest one that's in there, I did look and you could like pop 2 of these on it. But anyways, isn't this cute? Like these are just the dies alone I don't even know what the stamp sets are, but you don't even need the stamp sets to use the dies. So I just love that. Okay. I think that's it for show and tell. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. So I was looking for something else on my phone and I came across this post from Canada Remembers, and I just have to validate it, but it looks legit. But it's how to get Valentine cards to veterans, and it says they accept them year round. So when we do this on the 6th, anybody who wants to make any extra Valentine cards or whatever extra stuff I have left, I'm going to make into Valentine's cards. And then I'm going to send them to Canada Remembers. So the veterans get them. I'm going to try to see if there's like a local contact as well that could hand them out to local veterans. But if not, we'll do it this way and just go to wherever in Canada they go. Whichever veterans need a little bit of love, because thank them for what they did. Okay. So, you know, I love the military. I love the veterans. So anytime we can help, we're going to do that. So you would make your own cards, and then some of you guys are so quick, you could make as many extra ones as you want. Just come and make the cards, you know, whatever. Okay. So I'm going to switch this for a minute. As much as I hate this, like, well, full on view. Maybe we're not going to get a full on view. Maybe we're just going to get a black screen. Okay. So if you look behind me, you can see that my craft room doesn't actually look that bad right now because I got new shelves in November. But the parts you can't see, you can tell. It needs a little love. So the beauty of the shelves is I had to pull everything off. And so I sort of sorted as it went back. But anything not on the shelves, or at the time, I was kind of busy with like 70 other things at once. Anything else that was going on, there was a lot of, I'll just put this aside for now and I'll figure it out later. Well, it's later. I have to figure this stuff out. So I decided I'm going to do it after, but you have to start things when you're ready. That's like sort of like mindset number one is if you're not ready to do this, it's not going to work. Like that's my personal opinion. It's just not going to work because you'll start, you'll stop, you'll fight it, you'll get angry, whatever. So I'm now ready to start. I wasn't ready to start on the 1st of January because I was still in holiday mode. Yes, I'm retired from the government, but I run a full-time business, and holy cow, parenting is a full-time job. Getting my kid through high school. So he was on break until the 5th. So was I. That's why July and August, I'm off in the summer. I don't necessarily like to start things on a Monday because Mondays tend to be busy days anyways, and you're just trying to get back into your routine. But it just so happened this week, Monday and Tuesday were busy. So it worked out well to do just, hey, I'm going to start on a Wednesday. Oh, look, I have a live. That's the easiest way to do it. But when you're ready to do this, you can do this. If you're not ready now and you want to just save the information that we're going to cover, then great. Go through it at your own pace. I do kind of like the expression misery loves company, but it's more so sometimes things are easier to do if you do them with somebody. Some people need to be motivated. I don't need an accountability partner. That's the word. I have to write that down. I was trying so hard earlier to try to remember what that little term is now. Accountability partner. That's what it was. I don't need an accountability partner because honestly, nobody can make me do anything. That's just me. I will do it when I'm ready, and I will do it if I want to. So, but I do know some people do better with an accountability partner or accountability group even. So if it helps you, that every day I'm going to give you a task, and then the next day we're going to check it and say, how'd you do? Post a picture, like do your thing. Then this might help you. Maybe it'll just give you some ideas, right? Like it's not here, you must do this now. But over the years, I have figured out a lot of things that work for me. And maybe you need that idea. Maybe it works for you. Maybe you just want to have, like, it's just a fun way to hang out every day and see stuff. I do get asked a lot about how do you store this, or what would you use for this, or what do you use for that? So by the time we're done this 25 days and we go through everything, you probably will have seen every storage idea I have. and some of them really work. And I am working on making an Amazon list. And I know there's a way, like I don't have affiliate links or anything, although I might. We'll see how much is involved in that. But I know you can make a list of just, these are my Amazon favorites. And so it's one thing. So every time you find something new, you can go to it. So I'm going to try to get that. And then I'm just going to like post it on the featured. So if anybody asks, because I have like magnet sheets, my paper storage. I love my paper storage. just so many things that I've gotten that I've figured out a way that I love. And I get asked about them all the time. Well, I'm going to put them in one place. So by the time we're done, you will see those two. So it's a bit of a double whammy there. The reason I decided 25 days, I actually saw somebody else was doing 25 days to an organized sewing room. And I was like, I could do 25 days. I think it's easier because we're all busy. We have lives, we have jobs, we have family. Maybe you just want to craft. You don't always want to be cleaning. You want to be playing. There's lots of things going on. So instead of sitting down and saying, okay, this is like a 2-day job and I'm going to, well, who's got 2 solid days that they don't have anything coming up, right? So I thought it'd be easier if we just did it in little snippets, right? Plus that way, if you get busy for a couple of days, it's easier to catch up. I did look at my schedule because I'm the one doing it. And so I know like the one day that I got a full day thing is a light task. Some days are going to be easy. Some days are going to be a little more time consuming, and it's going to depend on you and your scenario and however you want to do it. You don't have to do anything on the day. You don't have to do anything, but it doesn't have to be on that day. Even if you get behind and you want to catch up, or you just go, doesn't apply and ignore it and move on, right? Whatever works for you. But this is just a little way to do it in little chunks. It's probably the most like to work. If you want to do it all at once and you're like, this is going to frustrate me, wait till February 1st. You'll have an entire list of 25 things and you can just boom, 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 right through them. That would not work for me. It is craft room that we're dealing with. We're dealing with the physical things you can hold. Digital, oh, good Lord. Digital is a whole other animal. I did start, and before Christmas, I spent a couple days, because once I started, I was like, I could see progress. My disk said, you don't have enough space to save this, my little flash drive. And I was like, okay, then. And I started, and I in the course of about 2 days, I cleared 8 gigabytes, which I don't know how to explain that other than it's a lot of duplicate pictures and duplicate things. And I got it saved in the download, and then I had it saved where I watermarked it. I had it saved over here. Pictures are the worst. And I had one where I took it off my phone and put it in the sort thing, but I never sorted it. Now I have another set of them, and it was crazy. It was out of control. So I just sat there for 2 days and just because once I got going, I couldn't stop myself. Then I got busy again with Christmas and I stopped. So right now, like twice a week or so, I'm going to sit for an hour and I'm just going to plow through things and organize. The key to keeping all this stuff organized, I have learned, is, and I watch all the different videos and pros and how they do it, and I love watching organizing shows, and you have to have a system, and I have lots of systems. Here's the key. You must use your systems. This is where I fall down a lot. I have a plan to do monthly books. I tend to do my taxes. I do 12 months of books at once. I'm trying to get better at it. So I figure I'm just forcing myself to do these systems now, because I have them all set up. Like, that's the only really easy way to manage all the different things, all the different priorities, is to have a system and follow it. So right now I'm starting with just an hour a couple times a week. And then eventually it'll get to the point where I'm back to at the end of the week, like on a Sunday, I'm planning for Monday. I'm like, okay, what's in my week ahead? Which I do look. I can say, okay, now do I got any crap on my phone I need to get rid of? How much stuff is in my download folder? I can move that over. Either that, or sometimes I'll do it Monday morning, because sometimes I just do not want to see a computer on a Sunday. Whichever. One of the biggest hurdles I find to cleaning, and we might as well just say it, and this is, I call it historical distraction. Because, and let's admit, I'm not the only one. I can guarantee I'm not the only one who does this. So here's my little thing I made, right? Oops, got to get the right angle so you can see it. It's my little thing with the dies. So I will pick this up and decide this needs to go somewhere. And I'll look and I'll say, oh, I wonder if that's the same size tulips that we had when we had that stamp set with the tulips. Those are so cute. I wonder if there's a time, could you mix and match? Oh, I should go, do I have that stamp set still? And off you go. And now you're looking for the stamp set, and I can't find the stamp set, but I think I might have a sample of a card. Do I have a sample of a card? Oh, that's where those things, and off you, right? Or you pick up something and you're like, and then you start stamping and start playing and start making a card. If we commit to doing the one task a day, and it's one small task a day, by the end of January, we'll be there. Okay, this is what I'm thinking. This is your motivational encouragement for you, for me. stop playing, stop getting distracted. And because it's just a small task, do your task and then get distracted and go play. Well, to start with, do your task. So, key thing. I am going to show you my system for my craft room. You do not have to do anything I do. Maybe this will work for you, maybe it won't. Maybe you have better ideas and you would like to share them with us, because that would be awesome too. I said nobody can make me do anything, which is pretty much true. But if somebody says, hey, you know what's a good idea, do it this way, and I go, ooh, I like it, I'll do it. If I don't like it, I won't. But if I like it, I will. So let's share ideas. But at the end of this thing, I do not want anybody to say, oh my God, I really wanted my stamp set with the tulip in it, but Tracey told me I had to get rid of it. And so I got rid of it. And now I really wish I had it. No. Ideas, doing it together, trying to keep each other going, motivated, maybe make a little fun, get some new ideas. Do not do anything you will regret. Do not do anything you don't want to do. The whole idea is to help. And maybe this works for you. If you need tough love, let me know. I give you tough love. But I do not want anybody at the end of this to go, oh, no, I get rid of a whole bunch of stamp sets every time. And you'll see when we get to the stamp set part, I have too many of them. And so every time we get a new catalog and I switch things over, I am harsh with them. There might be one, maybe two stamp sets that for a fleeting moment, I go, duh, I wish I still had that stamp set. And then I find something else and I move on. So I don't really regret getting rid of them, but you'll see I have some very old stamp sets, because those are the ones that every time I look at them, I'm like, nope, still need those. And it depends. Like one of the stamp sets I have, I kept solely because I knew I would use it to make multiple projects for my brother. My brother passed away last year. I can say last year, no, that's so weird. Am I going to keep it now? Because frankly, I have two of them. One is kind of childish. One is like was him. I might not, because I have the other one, right? So like, I mean, I will dig deep and I will, because there's just too many. I've made the decision that the shelves I have for stamps, that's the only stamps I can have. Because if you get too much of something, by the time you find what you're looking for, you don't have time to use it. The moment's passed, you found something else in the middle, you went on some tangent, right? So I am harsh with this for myself. I will not be harsh with you. I'm just going to give you ideas. A couple things to like just sort of like little goals, guidelines, little mindset things. I have this poster, or oh, where to go? It's over there somewhere. And I saw it somewhere that says, why put it down when you can put it away? So this is I'm trying to make this my rule for life. Why put it down when you can put it away? The other one, and I don't know whose it is. It's not the, pick it up if you love it, keep it thing. I forgot her name. Does it spark joy? It's not that. But the idea is, once you pick something up, you can only touch it once, right? So don't pick it up and go, I think this is going to go, and put it over here, so that when you get over here, you got to pick it up, and then you decide maybe it goes over here, so then you pick it up over there once. Now, this is the hardest one, and there's a slight exception, which we'll show you tomorrow. And if you get really stuck and you're like really stressing over something, this is not supposed to be stressful, then put it somewhere else. I'm going to tell you where in a minute. Think about it overnight, and the next day, then move it, right? But as much as you can, only such things once. You pick them up, you put them where they belong. If they don't have a belong, or they're broken or whatever, they go somewhere else. As I do mine, you're going to notice I have a business. So I'm trying to use current as much as possible. I do have quite the stash of retired. But for me to be able to grab stuff quickly, I keep my current and my retired separate. So you may not do that if you're a hobby demo, or even if you're a business demo and you just don't care and you like it all together, then whatever system works for you. But you'll notice, so if I do that, or if I say, because I have a retired product sale every year. So if you don't do that, then just ignore it when I say, right? So that's a bit of the mindset. Okay, I didn't actually do too bad. I can ramble, but I wanted just to get everybody started, right? So I'm going to, each day at 3 o'clock, I'm either going to go live or post a video. So you don't have to be here every day at 3, but it'll be something. And I will just say, here's the quick thing, show you a quick bit, because like my cameras are all fixed, the ones I'm doing right now, so I can't move them around. So some of the stuff I'm going to do, actually probably more than not, I'm going to do on my phone. So it will be quick so that I can go over and say, this is what I'm doing. But now if I'm holding my phone, I've only got one hand ready. So like, I'm not going to, especially when it comes to stamps and stuff, I'm not going to sit there because I can guarantee you for me, that's going to take me like an hour to go through every one of them, figure out whatever. I'm not going to hold my phone and like for an hour and you watch me try to one-handedly sort stamps. But for some of this stuff, I might show you and say, okay, this is how I do it. This is how I store stuff. This is where this came from. I'll show you my little IKEA plate rack. Is that tomorrow? Next day? Which works for me so well. It was just like one of the best things I ever bought. And then I'll say, this is what I'm going to do. And then I'll stop the thing because you don't have to watch me do all of this stuff. If it's worth showing you, I will keep my phone going. But if not, we won't. For today, I can't actually show you what we're going to do other than this. Because my stuff is underneath my desk. What I will tell you, though, is I have a garbage can under my desk on this side, and I have a recycle bin on my desk this side, like big ones. And then I have this tiny little, adorable little garbage can on my desk. Because when you take the backing off or like the tear and tape or dimensionals and stuff, and you go to throw it in the garbage or the recycle under your desk, it just flutters and goes all over your craft room. It never goes where it's supposed to. So I put it in this little bin on my desk, which it hits, 90% of the time. And then I can just dump this bin directly in the garbage and I find out I have a whole lot less. So yes, I have kind of got 3 little bins. It does not seem to matter. Like I swear I just emptied both of these bins and both of these bins are, well, the garbage can is partially because I put an Amazon, like one of those big bags in it that had the tiniest little thing in it. But it's sort of blocking my garbage can right now. So before we get started tomorrow, like with the first thing, task number 1, day number 1, task number 1 is make sure you have a clean, empty garbage can, a clean, empty recycle bin, because we're in a craft room with a whole lot of paper and a lot of the stuff can go in the recycle bin. So I guess if you don't recycle, that's your choice, but I would prefer that, the recyclables go in the recyclable, garbage goes in the garbage bin. The other thing I mentioned is, I'm going to show you this just a second. Somebody else I know had this, said they have a put away bin in my rolly chair. So I thought I'm going to try that. Now, here's the whole full disclosure part. Here's my put away bin. For some reason, my camera seems really close all of a sudden. Okay, so this is for me to empty those. By the way, my garbage and recycle are not going to fill these 2 bags. So I am going to start those 2 bags and I'm just going to put them on the landing in my garage so they're out of my way. And as I fill my garbage and recycle, I will just keep going and emptying them into those bags. So this is kind of, I sort of have a put away bin, but I fail miserably, as you can see, at the put away part. So I'm gonna start trying this though. This is gonna be my put away bin. And I'm going to keep it. I'm going to make sure I have a place on my desk where the put away bin can go. And right now, it's probably going to go on my right hand side because I tend to pile stuff there that I should put away. So if I try to have my desk, you'll see the desk tomorrow, set up in such a way that I can't put anything on it. Like everything has a purpose. I can't stamp stuff or put stuff on the one corner because that's where the cutter is. And if I do, then I can't use the cutter. And I need to keep enough clearance for my die cut machine, and I need to have a place for my teacup, and it has to be where I don't have to reach over anything because then I will knock it over. So I try to like set everything up so that there's no way that I can put anything else there, because that helps me put things away faster. Is if there's nowhere to set them on my desk, they start getting in my way. But so the idea behind the put away bin is at the end of the day, or as you're working. So if I'm in here working, I put all my stuff in, I put it in. And then this is the stuff that now needs to be put away. And at the end of every day, I should take my put away bin and put everything away. Now, this is my Christmas cards. These are all my extra samples and stuff and tags. And I just haven't gone through them and put them away. So I'm going to empty my put away bin tonight. And then I will have a fresh, empty put away bin somewhere to use every day. And I'm going to see if it works for me. If it does not work for me, or if it creates a mess like this, I'm going to get rid of it. But in general, the 3 permanent bins I'm going to try to work with, and that's my system in my office. garbage, recycle, put away. For this project, process, whatever we want to call it. Oh, doesn't quite fit in there. That's okay. Oh, I'll move these over here. Oh, that might just be where that goes to. We're going to have 2 temporary bins or 1 temporary bin, depending how you work. I'm going to set up a donate bin and I'm going to pick a sell bin. Okay. So I have a retired product sale every June. So as I clear stuff and as I say, okay, this one's retired, I'm not keeping it. This one's retired, I'm keeping it. This one's new, needs to go. Like, and as I move stuff around, I automatically put. So I have all my stuff and in my lovely organized garage with all my shelves, I have my retirement sale bins there. So I will put them in a, like just inside the house bin and then go take them and put them in there. So garbage, recycle, put away, permanent, donate, sell, temporary. And that's just at the end of 25 days, we get rid of the donate, sell bins. If you want to keep a running bin of like donate or sell, garage, storage room, somewhere else, but unless you have room in your craft room to keep it, I would suggest it goes somewhere else. Plus, and maybe this is experience speaking. I don't know, I'm showing you my dirty little chamois there. If you have a donate bin or a sell bin in your craft room and you can see what's in it, you will take stuff back out of it and you will put stuff back in, and you will take stuff back out and you will put stuff back in. So mine's in the garage, and it's not like I've never gone into the garage and got something out of the sell bin, used it, kept it, or used it and put it back. But it is way less frequent if it's in the garage and not in my craft room. So day 1, bins. Who's with me? All right. Okay. I got 18 minutes. Let's see. I haven't even opened this other than I opened it up. I took the tissue paper out because you know me, I do not like the tissue paper. It gets in my way. Oh, look at that. But I was curious about this whole building set. And so I kind of had a quick look at it and then that was it. So that's not going to work. So let us look at the December. If you have any questions about like the project or you missing stuff or whatever, I think I'm going to do a separate set of posts. Like there'll be the post from, yeah, I'm going to do that. There will be like the post from my live saying, hey, here's my live, here's the pictures of the kits we made, you know, whatever. But I will do a separate post each day. So it'll be day 1 of the 25 days to craft organization with the task on it. And then if you have questions or you want to post pictures or show us your bins, or do you have a better idea, or do you have a system for keeping those bins clean, or then we have like a go-to place for that stuff. Okay. So in the meantime, though, I don't even know what these cards. Oh my goodness, those are nice. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, we have a stamp set. I'm looking for that thingy. There we go. So this came with tear and tape. It's static. That's what's getting. Ooh, look at these cards. Love, love, love blues and greens. But these little, I saw a sneak peek of these little die cuts. Oh, there's vellum too. Oh, those are so pretty. Okay. Let's see how we go. We got 18 minutes. I may not get all these cards put together, but with any luck, I'll at least be able to show you what the cards look like. And as I talk, I'm going to see if I can see if the Stampin' Up website is back. If I stop getting an error message, because then I can tell you if there's refills or full kits available. See, there you go. Sometimes it's just a matter of looking. So this is the stamp set that's in it. Now it says, look at me multitasking, that it's a building set. So as far as I can tell, this is, thank you, dear friend, although there is a comma at the end, but you could say thank you, dear friend, and just not snap the comma. Thank you, the little things you do mean so much. Thank you, you make me feel loved. Thank you so much. Dear friend, miss you, right? And like mix and match the sentiments. So it's not as buildable as I thought, but these are some nice sentiments, even if you're not building on them. I love, love, love the little tiny things that are on here, the little greeneries and stuff, because frankly, I like to stamp the envelopes and I like to stamp the inside of the cards. And sometimes when there's no imagery with them, I don't have anything to do and I have to go dig out a set to figure out what matches. I like it so much better when there's like little things there for me. So that's our stamp set. Plus this one looks like this could be multi-use. I could use that as a pine thing, I think. Okay, so watercolor in bloom refill kit. So there is not the full kit, but there is the refill. So you can get all the card consumable stuff, just not the stamp set or the ink spot. The ink spot is a Night of Navy. Ooh. I'll just grab my ink pad. So we have some dimensionals. We have 2 sizes. Oh, these are nice, man. Copper sequins. You know what I like about this? See how there's 2 rows of the big ones and 4 rows of the small ones? I like to put things in 3, and I like to have 2 small and a big. This is perfect. Perfect. Okay. Let's start figuring out what we've got here. Oh. Okay, these are really pretty envelopes. Sometimes you stop at the envelope. So the envelopes are the same for all of them, but look at that. So this is nice because I don't have to stamp, but all those little bits and pieces, I can recreate this on the inside of the card because I have all the bits and pieces. Right? This is this one. This is this one. Where I saw that, I thought I saw the other. These are these little dudes here. Like I can, oh, genius. Genius. Okay, so we have 3 different cards. 1, 2, 3, and there's 3 of each. I'm pretty sure. Let me just, yeah, 3 of each. So we're going to go as we go. These ones are, they appear to be Night of Navy with, I'm going to say shaded spruce. Foliage on them. So I got distracted. I was going to say, but now I can't remember the words. There is floral and botanical. I think that's what it was. I looked it up once because I'm like, people sort of interchange that word. What does it mean? And there's a difference. One is strictly leaves and trees and stuff, and one actually includes flowers. But this is a really pretty card base. So that is one of the card bases. I'm trying to make room on my desk. Yeah, see, everything seems closer all of a sudden. I don't know. I moved my other camera because I kept knocking it over. Oh, I love this card base. Okay, so you know how sometimes you just love something so much you have to cut it in half. This might be one of them. Oh my goodness, do I ever love this card base. So instead of folding in half, you could, I'm going to fold it in half, but you could also just, especially on these dark colors, I'm trying very hard to make sure that they line up. Because if you have it shows more on this one. If you're not careful on when you're folding and scoring, if you have a dark card base especially and you don't fold it straight, the white is really obvious behind it, like compared to the dark. So I'm trying very hard to score. But yeah, this one is totally cut it in half and use both, like make 2 card bases out of it. Oh God, I love that card base. Oh, good Lord. It's not like that I don't like that one, but oh my goodness. No, I only have 2 of them. Nope, I got 3. Look at this card base. I'm not sure which one I like better, the all blue or the blue and green. Oh, I'd have to try and do some playing, and because I can figure out if I got a pretty good idea how they made, like how you could replicate this card base. Just be a little bit of trial and error, but oh my goodness, do I like that. What the heck was that noise? I have new neighbors. My chef next door has moved, so I guess he won't be bringing me over free samples of stuff he's making. But I seem to have lovely new neighbors that just moved in over the last couple of days, and there's a serviceman here. But it's not, I don't know who it is because it's like it's something net, so I'm assuming he's hooking up like cable or phone or something. So many of these, sorry, just a minute. Oh, it just seems like so many. There's only 3. So yeah, maybe what I heard was just like a drill or something. But yes, driving the dog nuts. So I got my son to take the dog downstairs because people are on his street, and heaven forbid, and oh my God, he would not stop with this guy. But I don't know if you heard that sound, but it was very weird. Where does this one go on? This one goes on this one. Well, there's another good reason why I'm not actually going to glue all these things together, because if you think I will. So you can do one of two ways, right? You can cut this in half, like straight on the seam, and just stick it to another piece. And if you're going to stick it to another piece, might as well make it white, because then you don't need a liner on it. And make it like, so the entire card front is that size. Or you can cut it down like by a 1/4 inch and just turn it into a layer, whichever way you want to do it. These ones have things underneath them that I'm not finding. So I'm never going to be done in time if I don't focus, but holy, focus is eluding me today. Okay. And then one of them, this one. Oh, there you go. So this one has this piece, and then it's got this little guy fits in there. I know how to do this. This is a fun little technique to do some masking when you're stamping to get that same effect. Okay, and then we have all these little die cut pieces. Look at how cute these are. Right now, I just know which one goes with which card, because I realize as I'm putting these together, I forgot what the cards look like, so I don't actually know where some of these go, but we'll get that sorted in a minute. For right now, we're just going to figure out which one goes with which card. I got I was looking at that picture thinking, what? But I got sidetracked for a minute because I was looking at the stamp, not the die cut. So there's big flowers and small flowers. And so it's going to pick which one goes on there. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, is there 2 different sizes? Oh, there is. Oh, there's a small, a medium, and a large flower. Look at that. So the small one goes here. This is the medium one. That's the large one. I did that right. I realize now as I start counting that there's extra flowers. Okay. And then we have some more labels. That one has 2 labels. I'm not quite sure I understand why there's 2 labels on this one, but I will see when we get to the stamp sets. That one, and then this one is a square. Why is it a square, I wonder? Must just be it could just be a mechanism to put the stuff on. And then this kit is so full of stuff. If you were so inclined and wanted to like just deconstruct all these cards and make different stuff, holy cow, have you got pieces of things. Okay, that one goes there. This is pretty easy to guess where the vellum goes, because long strip, oval, skinny piece. Okay, so let us look at now the individual cards. I can show you roughly what they look like. Let's see if I can do this. Oh, I tell you, this glass mat has, so I've got the edge of it is on the glass mat, and it's going up onto my laptop, and the glass mat is keeping it from going anywhere. Okay, so this one, you put this down. How come I don't see the vellum? It must be in the middle though. Yes, and then we have some vellum. And then we have the gold little or copper trimmed piece. So then you can put your sentiment on here and pop your sentiment up on dimensional. So you have like layer, layer, layer. And then we pop up a little. Oh, look at that. Nice. Like in the interest of time, I will stamp them later. So we have them, they're just peeking out underneath. This one is going like this. We put the little flower in the middle, and then this is our little popped up sentiment where you can write a much bigger sentiment. Make sure I'm actually still on the screen with these. And still give myself room to work. And then this dude, I don't know what it is. You know, hey, let's share fun facts about yourself. I don't like ovals. like a skating rink, a hockey rink, yeah, oval, totally fine, doesn't bother me. But crafting wise, I don't know, something about ovals. This one's pretty cool. I might just have to like this one, despite, you know, my better judgment. But I don't know why. It's just a weird thing about me. Would not be the only weird thing about me, I can tell you. Let me put this down here in the corner. It's funny too, because it's such a historical looking like photo, and I love historical stuff. I don't know what it is. And then this one gets a stamp. So look at those 3 cards, which will look much better when I stamp something on them. And again, look at all the stamp things we have. And then they each have, I'm pretty sure they each get 3 I love that the instructions tell you 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, that makes the most sense with the cards. So we'll stamp these and finish putting them together and stuff. Actually, I realize you see my clock say 2 different things. I have a minute. I don't want to rush myself. So this is the December paper pumpkin. Refills are available. It is called Watercolor in Bloom. There you go. Watercolor in Bloom. So let me know if you need help ordering or figuring out paper pumpkin or anything like that. I will finish my cards and I will post pictures of them. I will do a separate post for the day one of the 25. And I will remember to post my newsletter. So if you need any updates or links to any of the sales or whatever, or event registration, any of those kind of things, plus all the contact information to get a hold of me, just newsletter, best way to do it. Okay. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Happy 2026. I don't know if I've done one in 26 yet. I don't think so. I hope you have a fantastic week. I will be seeing you daily in a manner of ways. And if nothing else, I'll be back next Wednesday with who knows what. Okay. Take care, everyone. Bye.